Hey everyone. Look on the screen. You see a young woman here. I believe she's probably, it's like to me, a teenager. This is the kind of stuff that kind of sends me over the edge emotionally, just breaks my heart. And that's why I try to warn about the Dusties because I see women are supporting them and it blows my mind for Black women. It's like, I just saw, an advertisement, and I'll probably do a video on it about a black woman putting herself in between, I believe, an Asian man that was being attacked. And I just thought about it. Fighting since day one. Fight for everybody. Remember, I don't know if you guys remember, I remember it was on the Oprah Winfrey show. My gosh, so long ago. Um, this Klansman, they had, I guess, like a rally or something, and he was being attacked, and a black woman threw her body on front and on that Klansman to stop the beating. Fighting, fighting, fighting. We fight for everybody, even fight for the black men, and some don't appreciate it, even fighting for the Dusties. Who the hell's fighting for you? Fight, fight, fight. Everybody. Mammy's trying to hold these Dusties down. So look on the screen. You see the title here, Fair Use, How the Eviction Epidemic is Trapping Black Women in Poverty. Already there, because poverty is guaranteed to get you there. I guess some didn't get the memo that yes, a man is to be a provider, but I know in the BC we do things sometimes a little backwardsly, doing it the opposite way. So here, this young person's, and again, this is a kid, but you stop and think, the teenagers, the young kids, they know what's going on. Mom, where are we going to go? So let me go ahead, and I want to just kind of go over this article with you. And it just talks about how basically, and especially with the COVID, being trapped. So here the article reads, if I can get to it, how the eviction epidemic is trapping Black women in poverty. This is by Matthew Desmond's. He has, well, correction, he has a book. Matthew Desmond's new book makes an undeniable case that we need to fix this all American tragedy. Okay? So, fair use, feel free to check it out on the Huffington Post. For America's poorest renters, particularly Black women, evictions are disturbingly common, trapping them in a cycle of poverty with long lasting repercussions for their employment, health, relationships, and overall stability. Harvard University sociologist Matthew Desmond captures a riveting and heartbreaking portrait of the growing problem in Evicted, Poverty and Profit in the American City. The book, published this month, comes out of this ethnographic fieldwork in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, as well as research on tenants and evictions. In 2008 and 2009, Desmond lived first in a rundown trailer park in a predominantly white area in the city, and then in a rooming house in a distressed Black neighborhood on the north side. In Evicted, he follows 8 of his neighbors from those years as they try and fail to find stable housing, as well as the landlords, property managers, eviction movers, and judges who decide their fate. Desmond couldn't find much existing research to answer his overreaching questions about evictions, so he conducted his own studies. His survey of 1,100 tenants in Milwaukee revealed that a quarter of the poorest renters had been forced to move out of their homes between 2009 and 2011. Eviction is fundamentally changing the face of poverty, Desmond told the Huffington Post. One way we can interpret eviction is like, oh, it's a result of irresponsibility, it's bad spending habits. But if you're spending 80% of your income on rent, eviction is much more of an inevitability than an irresponsibility. At the trailer park, Desmond meets white residents like Scott, who is struggling with an opioid addiction that cost him his nursing license, job, and home. Desmond's subjects go by pseudonyms in the book to protect their privacy. Now, living with a roommate he met at a homeless shelter and subsisting on food stamps and money from odd jobs and collecting bottles, Scott says, when his neighbors Pam and Ned ask if they can move in after they're evicted. Wow. The landlord doesn't welcome the arrangement and instead adds Pam and Ned's debt to Scott's and evicts them too. So, again, I focus mainly on women here. This is why I hope to accomplish with the channel. We have to, for women, especially black women, fighting for everyone who's fighting for you. This poverty here, a lot of women, and it's across demographics, different nationalities, black, white, Hispanic, you see it. A lot of women with children, if they're lucky, they're able to move in with family. Sometimes they're not so lucky. So we're talking about 2009, 2011. Let's fast forward to the current situation, the pandemic, lower paying jobs, AI. It's coming, it's here, it's not your friend. What do you see here? A woman with a child, single parenting. Here's an elderly woman in a trailer or mobile home. Looks like she's collecting cans. At least she has a place to live, but you think about it. If she's collecting cans, she's already suffering. This is what we want to avoid. The least little step, she may not be able to pay her lot fee and she'll be out. So this here, it's very alarming. It's heartbreaking. Just imagine where you are right now having to pack up everything and go where. Some people don't have anywhere to move. The storage facilities, I was trying to get a storage facility just for to store some things. It's been 2 weeks, they've been booked up. And I see people moving in their whole lives in the storage facility. It can even get to a point they can't even afford that. Getting the U-Haul, oh, I'm hearing U-Haul's been booked up. People moving. And it's not because they want to. So this on the screen is heartbreaking. What about the children? How will they get to school? Home learning? That's going to be kind of hard if you're living in your car. That is not even conducive. I mean, living in your vehicle, really? How will they shower, bathe, do their laundry? How will they sleep? A certain spot in the vehicle? So this is why I come hard sometimes on the mammies. Because a lot of mammies, you might be rocking it right now. Get to a point you can't survive. You're going to see how that dust bucket you've been holding up going to be there for you. Check out the blog. I did a video I did a few weeks ago. The eviction was on and he was what? Gone. That's reality. It's not something that just, oh, I saw it on TV. No, that's reality. That woman has a name. Held that man down for years. Now things get tough. Oh, you can't hold us down anymore? Oh, he's up out of there. This right here, this is just the beginning. It's going to be happening a whole lot. What kind of future does this child have? That's why I talk about investing. If I come across an idea to make some money, I'm going to tell you about it. Because I, I don't want to see this. I don't want to see people suffer. So for those that are able to maintain, you're holding on, hella happy for you, good for you. But we have to try and start planning and making engage in critical thinking skills. We have to be careful of the people we let in our lives. Because I'm seeing, I tell you, there's a lot of women and children that are being displaced. And it makes you wonder, where the hell is the man? What kind of man are you? I don't care if it didn't work out with you and your mom, the baby's mom. I don't care if you were never married, a baby daddy. What kind of piece of man are you to have a child here? Oh, and they got evicted and you're not worried. You can't do anything. I don't give a darn if we and the mama fell out. Fool, you have a child here. This is your DNA walking around here. Your DNA. So, ladies, deal with the dust if you must. When it goes down and you need help, a man will be there for his child. If it goes down and you need help, that dusty, he won't come around. You'll be on your own. You'll be on your own. You got a dust bucket in your life. I say two things. If I were you, I'm just going to be, well, I don't deal with dust. But if it's too late and you realize he's a dust bucket, you have a child bond, you need to start planning for you and your child or your children. He can't give security while he's living. Maybe he can provide it when he's gone. You need to get your life insurance policy. You really do. And you need to start trying to save, maybe do a little investing for your children. We got to start making moves because things like this happen. So yeah, this here, been seeing some things sent to me, and it's heartbreaking. So this is why I some comes down on the dust because I know they'll get, like I said, look at the video. You think that dust cares about you? Got a video on Patreon about his lies are smooth as silk. Don't drink the milk. Yeah, look what happened to her. Mm-hmm. Dealing with dust. So think about it. A lot of dusties, they're gonna have a place to stay because they got mama and mammy and baby mama. But a lot of the women that are having to deal with the aftermath, deal with the children, a lot of them are being displaced. And they can't count on the men. And I think that's pathetic. So, ladies, we got to start fighting for everybody else. You better fight for yourself. If you are single, don't have any kids by Dusty, very good for you. Keep on fighting and planning for yourself. It is better to be alone than to wish you were. And this right here has to be a very trying time for a lot of women, single parents, having to deal with this on their own. They didn't put these children here by themselves. But guess what? They have to deal with it all alone. That dust been gone. He's been gone. And he's not coming to help. So, ladies, it is time to be selfish and put you and your children first. It's time to be selfish. Go ahead and do all that help, and I've done it. Good luck with that. It's time to be selfish. It's all about you, you and your children. This is just the beginning. These evictions are happening and happening fast. So avoid the dust. If you can, get maybe a side hustle going. Sure, it's a lot of work, but I can tell you it can pay off. I wish you well. I wish you health and wealth. But this right here, it's happening. And to see this young child here, despondent, having to pack up their life, so much uncertainty, it's not fair. It's not. But we have to deal with reality. So this is why I harper on the dust, because I know women are going to be there for him. You got this false hope that something's going to happen. He's going to get on his feet and help you. A lot of them finding out now. Where's that dust bucket at? Honey, you're on your own, Mike Jones. You're on your own. So sometimes get out that delusion. If a man is not helping to be a provider, don't be delusional thinking, oh, he's going to get to it. It's a matter of time. Sometimes it's just best for you to deal with what is and just keep it real. Thanks for listening. Look forward to your comments. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and share. And again, this here, we've only seen the beginning. It's really about to get really bad. Talk about a pandemic. We're going to have a pandemic of homelessness in this country. And then you're bringing immigrants in and they're not being tested. AI is coming over. AI is here. It's going to be harder to get out of poverty. Guess what? Let's try and avoid poverty at all costs. Avoid poverty D. I'm out.